Hello, good morning, class. Hope everything's going well. Today, you're going to have a quiz review on Khan Academy. That's going to be your main assignment. You're also going to complete this worksheet that we have here. So I thought I'd go over a few of them with you. Don't worry, you only need to do the first page. And if you're not sure how to do this first page of this worksheet, go ahead and look at the answers. I mostly just want you to understand. Okay, so if you look here, these are one-step inequalities. First, we have to solve for x, and then we graph it. And the first thing I would do, if it was me, is I would flip everything around. So everything on this side, we're going to put on the other side. The inequality, the small side, is still going to face the x. Okay? And in that negative 12, we're going to put on the other side. Now, how do we get rid of that negative 7? This is a one-step equation. What's the opposite of negative 7? Is adding 7. So we're going to add 7 to both sides. And that cancels out here. And on the other side, negative 12 plus 7, negative and a positive, you subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number. Negative 12 plus 7 is negative 5. And then we're going to bring down an inequality, and we're going to bring down the x. So that is our solution. X is less than negative 5. So now let's graph it. Okay. So first of all, I see it's strictly less than, so that means it's going to be an open circle here on negative 5. Okay, see negative 5 is in between negative 6 and negative 4. Which way is it going to face? Well, x is less than, you see the smaller side? So x is less than negative 5. So we're going to graph all the ones that are less than. But my cheat is I just look at the direction the arrow is facing. It's facing that way. So we're going to graph it that way. Okay. So that is that problem. And now we're going to go ahead and look at another problem down here. So let's pick one where we have to flip it. All right, look at this here. Negative 3x is greater than 3. All right, so first of all, I'm just going to rewrite it down here so that we can have more space. So I have negative 3x is greater than 3. How do we get rid of the negative 3 and just to get x? Well, the opposite of multiplying, because that coefficient is multiplying, is dividing. So we're going to go ahead and divide that bad boy. So we're going to divide negative 3 on both sides, just like we would an equation. Negative 3 divided by negative 3, anytime you divide a number by itself, it's 1. So we're going to cross that out, and we end up with just 1x. Negative 3 divided by, positive 3 divided by negative 3 is negative 1. So let's go ahead and rewrite that over here. So we end up with x on that side, 1x, and we have negative 1 on the other side. But what direction is the inequality facing? Well, we divided by a negative. Anytime you divide by a negative or multiply by a negative, you flip it. So we're going to take that, we're going to flip it around. So it's going to look like this. So x is less than negative 1, and that's what we're going to graph. Let's go ahead and graph it. I like blue, so we'll graph it in blue. Oh, again, is it going to be an open circle or closed circle? It's going to be an open circle because there's no line underneath there. We only fill in the circle if there's a line, like this problem over here. So we have negative 1, open circle, and we're just going to shade it in this direction. And there you go. That's all you got to do. Okay, now I kind of wanted to show you what your quiz is going to look like. Time for a quiz. You're going to go here. It's just going to be 5 questions. If you don't get all of them correct, you can always try and do the quiz again. Or if you get a 70 or greater, that's probably close enough. Try to shoot for 100% though, but don't spend all day doing it. All right, we have a 2-step inequality. The first thing we're going to do is get rid of that plus 5. We get rid of it by subtracting 5 on both sides. Okay. Now I'm going to rewrite everything over here. We have r divided by 3 still. But the 5 is gone because 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay. And then we have 8 minus 5, which is 3. Oh, I see a 3 on both sides. Am I going to divide by 3 here? No, I'm already dividing by 3. So how do you get rid of divided by 3? You multiply. So we're going to multiply both sides by 3. 3 times. Okay. 3 times divided by 3. 3 over 3 is 1, so they cancel out. On this side, it multiply by 3. 3 times 3 is, what's 3 times 3? It's 9. There we go. So we have r is less than or equal to 9. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this to the side for posterity's sake. So r is less than or equal to 9. Now we did not flip the inequality because we multiplied by a positive, not a negative. All right, so let's look at this. And it says choose all the answers that apply. Well, does it include 9? Yes, because 9 is equal to 9, right? Does it include 12? No, because we're doing the r's that are less than or equal to 9. Does it include 15? No, because that would be greater than. So that's the only one that satisfies. Hey, we got it right. I love that sound.